welcome to the video. I'm Professor Amanda and class has officially begun, and we are here with another Vortex Cup sweep. This one done by Savageboi69420. Ha ha ha. I'm here with our Dean Count Zevius. Zevius, do you approve of these numbers that are after your student's screen name?
Yes, I do.
So anyway, what do you think of his team? We have a Shadow Lapras, Primeape, Quagsire, Mandibuzz, a Shadow Dragonair, and a Hypno.
Yeah, to be honest, that's a lot of counters for Mandibuzz. The only real play, let's say, an opposition Mandibuzz would have is against the Mandibuzz, and against Hypno and the Mandibuzz. Basically, everything else, Mandibuzz kind of struggles against. So he really did not like Mandibuzz.
Yeah, he does not want to see that. And also, I noticed just from playing this cup that Shadow Dragonair just hits like a truck. It's so much more difficult to play against the Shadow Dragonair than it is a regular one, and it takes matches that that the normal would usually lose.
Exactly, and it's like this. I think the Shadow Dragonair picks up Mandibuzz if you land the Dragon Pulse. So that's also really interesting. And in the two shields, it can pick up the Promo Pass. It can pick up some of its counters. So that would be really, really interesting to watch.
And also that the Mudboy in this cup has been Quagsire for a lot of people, and I think that's really a fun pick. Something that's slightly off meta, but it really comes in handy when the shields are down.
Yeah, I think I put it up in my meta simplified as a core breaker.
It's a core breaker.
It's doing its job, and it's doing a very good job in breaking people's backs.
Indeed. All right, so let's jump straight into the first round of this 7-round. This was the Lille tournament, which is one of the early mega tournaments that Europe does. It's the first Cup of France, I think, and it's really grown to be huge. Like a lot of big names are playing in it. So a sweep is pretty impressive overall.
Yep.
So his first opponent, Savageboi69420's first opponent is Lual48. And the team looks actually fairly similar in two weirder picks, I would say, the Lapras and the Dragonair. That's not on everyone's team. I would say that Primeape and Mandibuzz is usually staples. And then also some spice picks as well with the Gallade.
Actually, Gallade looks like it's going to cost Savageboi quite a bit of trouble. Because, yes, Dragonair does well, but then again, it needs a shield to pick up that matchup. Lapras is going to have a very difficult time against Gal. So does Hypno, Mandibuzz, Primeape. Only saving grace is kind of the Mudboy Quag. So I'm really interested how he would like to play against it. And another thing that I'm really, really interested in is also the movesets of the Gallade. A Charmed Gallade picks up all of these except the Hypno. So...
Yes.
So I'm really interested to see what moves that the Gallade is running there.
And even if it's a Confusion Gallade, that Primeape can at least hit the Hypnos back with the super effective Night Slash, but the moves aren't effective against the Gallade so much. So
exactly, the fighting type coming in and saving Gallade.
Yeah, so let's see how they decide to play out this round number 1.
All right, leading a Hypno into Primeape. That's an amazing lead. And Lual needs to definitely get out of there. And he goes to the Mandibuzz. Oh man, going into the Lapras. This is very difficult for the Mandibuzz to overcome, but the Mandibuzz does have energy advantage. And Lapras's serves don't exactly do great.
Yeah, the Lapras looks like it has the typical Lapras moves for the Great League, which is the Surf and the Skull Bash. Which, he's building up to 2 Surfs, but that's clearly the better call here because it's the Ice Shards that are doing the more damage. And Lual's using Mandibuzz the way most people do, just as a third shield, essentially. Even though it's a losing matchup, it's causing the Lapras to go down in energy and also in health.
Exactly. If I was Lual, I would have left a little bit more HP onto the Lapras. Just so that the Primeape can come in and then farm a little bit more energy, because right about now then... Ooh!
Elemental punches on the Hypno. I didn't notice it before, but I wonder if Lual would be expecting this Thunder Punch to come through.
Yeah, that Thunder Punch is really, really surprising. Probably noticing the fact that his entire team is weak to Mantine in a way. So maybe he's running Thunder Punch. Like Mantine Pelipper would have a very good time against Savageboi's team, so maybe that's why he's running Thunder Punch.
Luo blocking up the second Thunder Punch because he knows that it would take him out. And now Savageboi in a strange position where it could be not taken out by a Skull Bash. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, Dragonair coming in and just wiping the floor with the Lapras. This is still going to be pretty close because I mean Shadow Lapras is amazing, but it's unfortunately not as bulky as Shadow Dragonair is amazing, but not as bulky as a normal one. So this Night Slash is probably going to take it out.
Definitely, and I don't think it has enough energy left to really do enough. But we'll see. I mean, it really.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, he had enough energy.
Wow, that one really came down to the wire.
Yeah, very close game there. Yeah, pulling it out of the bag in the last minute. That was really impressive.
Yeah, so I think Luo's potential win condition there was like what you said, where the Mandibuzz maybe should have left just a little more health on the Lapras. Then Luo's Primeape, when it came in, could farm it down and then have a Night Slash to throw at the Hypno rather than having to switch out right away.
Exactly. Yeah, he probably should have overfarmed on the Primeape and then tried to force a CMP on Hypno, but yeah. But
it was still really close, so I'm interested to see what they do for Game 2. Game 2 with the Galvantula lead. This is fairly even, but the Galvantula will get to the move first, and with the lunges that are super effective on the Hypno, the Hypno has to shield it up.
Exactly, and the Vulture's sneaking into a Hypno with Shadow Ball can pick this up in the one shields, basically by landing the Shadow Ball. Very nice catch and a very nice flex there. Unfortunately, a lunged Quag is not going to be a great Quag.
Indeed, and I think he realizes that he's going to let this Surf go through, and realizing that a Stone Edge is better than nothing, so he's building up. Looks like he maybe will make it to 2, but I think the Ice Shard might knock him out before he gets to the next one.
Exactly, it's still going to be close, but this Ice Shard should take him out, and whatever comes in next is going to take a lot of beating from Lapras.
Yeah.
Will this be a Skull Bash?
I don't think so. Okay, good. I would have felt so foolish. But yeah, so now Savageboi is building up a little bit more. I'm assuming he'll shield this energy on the Thunder Punch, getting a little bit greedy with those confusions.
Yeah. Well, he knows that once Lapras is out, and he also knows that the Galvantula does not have a lot of energy. So Mandibuzz is looking pretty safe right about now.
Yeah, well, that was
whatever comes.
Tanked one of the Ice Punches, then did a swap out. Unfortunately, this Ice Punch would do heavy damage to the Dragonair, so had to shield it up. Now he's out of shields, and Dragon Pulse does a lot, but it's a wrap.
Ooh.
And that's a wrap.
Right.
Literally.
Exactly.
Because that is going to be not enough damage done to the Mandibuzz, even though the Dragon Breaths do really add up. The Mandibuzz will definitely be able to take it out with these foul plays, and then it's pretty much game over from this point.
Exactly. The Gal's going to come in, but the Gal doesn't have enough HP to do anything here. So yeah, GG's. That's 2-0 to start the tournament. Well played.
Yeah, nice job to the boy. All right, so now we're going to move on to round 2 against Sandodo. I assume it is French, Sandodo. So we see a Shadow Hypno on his side. Normally, in GBL, Shadow Hypnos are running the elemental punches as well, but I don't know if they've switched it up for this cup. What are your thoughts on the Shadow Hypno?
Well, most of the Shadow Hypnos I've gone against have had Shadow Ball, at least in this cup. But yeah, in GBL, it's double elemental is recommended, but I'm not sure, but I think there could be a possibility that it's running Shadow Ball, because looking at his team comp, does he need a Thunder Punch, Ice Punch on it? I really don't think so.
I know I've played against a couple people who have had Fire Punch too, to Ice Punch, Fire Punch to get those Frost Slashes.
And that would actually be very smart, especially on the Shadow Hypno. if the Fire Punch lands, it's just one confusion away from killing the Frostlass. So could be very interesting. But
Yep,
you
we
know,
have a
looking at the teams, Quag looks like a pretty decent safe swap here. The only real answer Quag has is nothing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the Quag with an energy advantage does really well against a lot of. I mean, regardless, they'll have to shield unless they want to lose switch advantage. So yeah, you're right. It's a pretty decent safe swap in that regard. And also notice there's no Mandibuzz on Sandado's team, so
Yeah, he does have like let's say in the zeros, Wish Cash is a very good Mandibuzz answer. In the ones and twos, Vilos is amazing, and same ones, zeros and ones, Ninetales can pick it up. So he has quite a bit of answers, and also the Dugong there. Dugong is just going to sit there, debuff the Mandibuzz to oblivion. But let's see how
we do say this, but even still, even things that Mandibuzz loses to, it doesn't lose that hard. So yeah,
yeah,
it'll be
exactly.
interesting to see how they decide to play it. We have the Hypno lead for the second time. This is not what you want to lead the Hypno into, so I assume he's going to dip out immediately.
But then again with the Shiny Flex, and I think if you time the moves right, you can definitely try to let's say beat this Primeape with a Lapras. Doesn't sneak anything. This is amazing. So the Lapras just needs 2 more or 3 more ice shots. Will it get there?
Oh no, I think the Shadow, since it's definitely taking those counters a lot harder. Look like he's waiting out the switch timer, and then we'll indeed come in with this Hypno here. I assume he'll just go ahead and farm it down and take as many Night Slashes as goes through, but then he'll have some Ice Punches to answer himself for that Zweilous.
Exactly. I think that's the game plan. And we should also recognize that Sandadu is a shield down, so he's more inclined to preserve that shield advantage. And he's not going to, let's say, shield anything. And trying to catch the snipe,
this is dangerous though. With even a double shielded Primeape has no play against a Hypno, so.
Yeah. At this point, oh man, this is just ugly, and I think that took like 3 counters. I mean, 3 confusions for the Hypno to take it out.
Ouch. I think this game is not going to be in Savageboi's favor, even though he has a double shield. They have the Hypno of their own, and the Zweilous Dragon Breath will do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think Sandadu's play right now is just do as much confusion damage to the Hypno as possible, and then Dragon Breath it down. Even if the shield comes up, he still has a shield. So unless this is GG's.
Yeah, it looks like Savageboy was trying to go up for double Ice Punches to avoid the Dragon Breath sneak, but yeah, that was a little rough.
Game 2.
Yeah, game 2. This is a much better lead for Savageboi.
Yeah, definitely a much better lead. But he is running a Shadow Lapras, so this has definitely a little less bulk. But the Dugong might try to go back-to-back Icy Wind. He sneaks in Skull Bash. I mean, a nice shot. So he's going to get to this Skull Bash, and it's going to do so much damage to the Dugong.
This is one of those long, drawn-out matches as well, because it's raising its defenses but lowering its attack. So
yeah,
it's just who wants to fold first. I don't even know if a double, possibly triple now at this point, debuffed Icy Wind will make it so the Skull Bash won't even knock out the Dugong.
Yeah, I'm surprised Sandadu is staying in this matchup because this Lapras is gonna get so far ahead and also have a lot of energy built up after this, even though it's debuff.
Yeah, I assume
just
that they'll
swap
probably
out.
switch out right away, yes, and just preserve all of this energy.
Yeah, and okay, probably throwing the Surf and then planning to dip now.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
maybe avoid the confusion going through. Into a Shadow
Exactly.
Dragon. Man, look at those Shadow confusions just chunking this thing away. But, getting to these moves relatively quickly, an Aqua Tail doesn't hurt, but from a Shadow, it definitely does a lot more damage.
Yeah, and oh man,
Sandadu just confusioning it completely down. Now that Shadow Hypno is pretty loaded on energy.
Yeah, and at this point, he's using the Hypno basically as a meat shield.
Oh, but
Oh,
now
man,
we see the move. It's definitely a Shadow Ball. You think it's two?
I
Did he
would
get
have.
enough energy? Oof.
Oh yeah, he did. So, oh man, this is really, really hurting. So it's all going to depend on what's at the back. So he does have one shield.
Wow, bringing the
Oh, it's a
Primeape into
Primeape.
it. That's a. Oh wow,
Oh, very nice catch there.
good swallow.
Yeah, but
Still,
Primeape is not gonna have any play here.
yeah, Savageboi knowing that he's still going to be able to get off this move, that's going to be good enough. Definitely at this
Yeah, exactly. And at this point, the Primeape has the shield. He can immediately swap into the Lapras and throw whatever energy he has. I think he has a Surf. Yeah. And that's going to take out the Primeape. Very well played. Recognizing that, let's say, the Pokemon that is going to cause Hypno worries are kind of out of the way because they were not bought in. So, yep, very well played.
Yeah, yeah.
1-1.
And both very close matches. No one's really ran away with it. Oh, this is kind of an RPS thing here. So Wireless immediate switch into Hypno, and the Hypno's hardest counter here with the Mandibuzz. Assuming we'll see an Ice Punch come in. But oh man, even an Ice Punch that's super effective from a Shadow Hypno barely does anything to a Mandibuzz. That thing is so bulky. The foul plays, on the other hand, very much hurt the Hypno.
Exactly, and at this point, Mandibuzz can opt to not shield anything and then farm this Hypno down. And it's kind of, oh wow. Okay, deciding to throw energy. Personally, I would have tried to farm it down, but I understand. So I don't know what he's hoping, but it's his Wireless, so yeah, it's going to be Air Slashes back. He's going to get to 2. And this 2 Air Slashes is going to do so much damage to his Wireless.
And I think oh wow, so he tries to snipe, but I mean, definitely a lot of health, so I wonder if he just wanted to prevent the from the Mandibuzz from being completely farmed down. And also, that's a good plan to draw out the last Primeape, because Primeape would have a really good time against that Lapras.
Yeah, exactly. But I think he needs to commit a shield here. Oh man, yeah. How is he gonna manage from here? Probably coming into the Mandibuzz, throwing the Air Slash?
He still has some energy left on it, so that was smart. He didn't want it to get farmed down by this Wireless, and so now he's going to steal the last shield here, and then at this range he can still block, and then throw the Surf to take out the Primeape. Man, but that's really strategic thinking.
Yeah, but there's still his Wireless at the back, so catches the move on his Wireless. I'm not sure if this was the smartest thing to do, but let's see how it works out. He's just 1 away from a Surf now because he bought in this Wireless. So this is gonna take out, take out the Primeape. I think the potential move would have been letting the Lapras take out the Primeape, and I think this Wireless had enough energy to get to the Body Slam before the Lapras got to the second Surf.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, that was potentially the only win condition, but maybe he was thinking he had to swap. But obviously the Surfs wouldn't be enough to take it out, but it allowed the Lapras to get that farm, which was pretty deadly to Sango.
Exactly. Yeah, very well played on both sides actually, pushing it to the limits.
Yeah, really close matches every single round. The third round is against Hikami, and we have a Pelipper, which is not super common in this cup, but is also a nice flyer.
Yep, I have Hikami on my friend list. He was an elite battler last season, but now he's just playing tournaments on ranked.
So the Frostlass for me is not super great anymore. I think the teams with Lapras is a nice counter to the Frostlass. Frostlass is really, it hits heavy. It's great when shields are down, but it's also just so frail. And this cup seems to be the cup of frail mons.
Yep.
But I've noticed a lot of people like to use the core of like Frostlass Primeape or Frostlass Wireless. So I wonder if he'll also be into this strategy.
Frostless Primeape is a really good core. They cover pretty much cover most of what the other thing is weak against. Also, in essence, the only thing that can break a Frostless Primeape core is a Ninetales, which is not there in Savageboi's team. So I'm actually pretty interested to see, because let's say something like a Lapras does pretty well against Hikami's team. So I'm definitely expecting the Lapras to come in. So probably even maybe as a lead.
Yeah. On the flip side, what we were discussing too was that Primeape and Frostlass are a great pairing, but since they both require shield usage, it might be nice to have that Quagsire in the back to help when the shields are down. But yeah, we'll see how they decide to play this out.
Actually, Dragonair looks pretty good too. Let's see how they play this out. Hypno lead, whoa.
And a Quag lead.
All right.
Well, we're just not calling either of these right. But I think if you notice so far, Savageboy has led Hypno the first round against every one of his opponents. So maybe that's just his strategy, is just to see how they like to play it, and he knows and is comfortable with how his Hypno matchups go.
Yeah, fair enough. Just damages the Quag and goes into the Dragonair. He has to shield this because his Stonage is going to do so much damage.
Yep. Now switch out to Frostlass, but unfortunately here, this Dragonair has energy with the Shadow. All it has to do is shield once, and I think it will be able to take out this Frostlass.
Yeah, exactly. But the Frostlass can opt to shield twice. So that is something.
Well, he chooses to let it go. Oh, good answer in the back with the Lapras.
Exactly. But it is a Shadow Lapras, and if the Frostlass lands the Shadow Ball, this is going to do so much damage.
Oh yeah, that's more than half.
Yeah, that's about 60% of the Lapras' health. This should take out the Frostlass.
Oh, he undercharged it on purpose. That was smart to get the. He knew he'll be able to take it out, and now he has the farm, so he's almost able to throw a Surf.
Oh man, this is unfortunate because the Quag might get farmed down now.
Ooh, yeah.
At this point, I think the Primeape should shield and try to do whatever it can to get this Hypno out of the way, but it's going to be really difficult. It's not going to get you another Night Flash, so the Hypno can just shield, and then as you can see, Savageboy is throwing Ice Punches. I think he does not want to reveal a second move.
Yeah, that's very smart.
He threw Ice Punch at the starting, so he's just going with Ice Punches.
So yeah, because he threw the Ice Punch again to get that last shield, the Primeape was able to throw, but he has a Surf already stored on the Lapras, so really good energy management on Savageboy's part. And down goes the Primeape.
Very well played there.
Yeah, I wonder how they will adapt for game 2. Let's see. We got a Quagsire lead again.
Yeah, this is a positive lead this time around. I mean, it was a neutral lead last time, and now it's a positive lead. The Primeape should be, let's say, looking out for earthquakes. And, oh, he gets a boost. Oh
this
no,
thing
if
is
this
going to
was
be
an earthquake.
unstoppable. Especially now that, I mean, I don't think the Quag will be able to get to another. Oh, it does. Okay.
It does, but I think Primeape can easily shield this. Already, just boosted Primeape. Unless he brings like a Pelipper or something, there's nothing Hikami has in his team that can deal with this.
Yeah, I mean, even though the Night Slashes are not effective, look at that.
Oh man. Oh,
now he's just showing off. Catching that Night Slash on the Mandibuzz. Oh man. Even though he has no shields, he's going to be able to hit this foul play. The Frostlass is going to have to shield her. It's also going to get incredibly low. And I'm pretty sure the Avalanche still won't be able to completely take it out. Although maybe it will because of the Night Slash damage.
Yeah, exactly. I think this one's probably going to take it to the red, and then another foul play. Probably has to shield this, and yeah.
But this is dangerous for Savageboy because Frostlass with energy, and when you don't have any shields on your side, the really only answer on your team is this Lapras.
and the Primeape has energy for a Night Slash.
Yep.
So, oh, this is very nicely done. Coming in, sniping the Frostlass with this Primeape, and the opposition Primeape basically has no energy left. So this one more counter should take it out. Oh my god!
Wow.
Very well played there.
Man, he's got his energy on point. He just knows like the perfect time to swap out, and also knowing that Primeape beats almost everything to CMP. So he really takes advantage of this situation. Once he had those charge moves stored, he swapped out, and then caused the potential deadly snipe at the end. That was something.
Exactly, the combo play taking the game. Basically, what he wanted to do at that position was not try to let Frostlass have any space to throw its energy, or have an energy lead. So the moment the Frostlass threw the Shadow Ball, he swapped.
Yeah,
it was very well played.
Very well played. Fourth round, we have against Step Z 15-16. And we have a Crustle. It's the first Crustle we've seen of this cup. Unfortunately for Step Z, it doesn't really look like it has much play against Savageboi's team, though.
I think Crustle has decentish play. It's going to do okay against Dragonair. It's going to do well against Lapras. It's going to do well against Hypno, because Crustle is a part bug type. X-Scissor is definitely going to hurt the Hypno. And
Yeah, but it's
Hypno
it's such a small move that even though it hurts, I don't think it hurts it so much that Hypno sees it as an incredible threat. Although we do know that Savageboi Hypno is running just the elemental punches, so.
And the elemental punches is not fire, so in a way, Crustle has play here, but it needs to navigate Primeape and Quagsire, and that's going to be really, that's going to be where it's going to make or break the game if he brings Crustle.
Normally, you see the Crustles to kind of scare away the Gargantulas and the Ninetales, and also the Flyers, but yeah, we'll see.
So, what do you think? Another Hypno lead?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna guess.
All right, let's see.
Oh no, it's like he's reading our mind now. He's like, oh fine, I'll show you how I win with other Pokemon.
Fair enough. This is a positive matchup for the Primeape with the boost or without the boost. Going straight close combat here, probably close combating and swapping into the Quag.
Yeah, I wonder. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I wonder if he would wait until and shield up the move on the Primeapes. Since the mud shots don't really do much damage, but swapping out immediately to get some of that extra energy on the Dragonair. Looks like a little bit of lag, but the energy was still going through. So he has a little more than an Aqua Tail.
Exactly, and if the Frostlass decides to shield, then oh man, no shielding, and basically that's a Dragonair out of the way. But now he can come with a Primeape. Let's say shield once. Oh no!
Oh wow, he's going immediately for the move. He really wants this Frostlass out of here, but the Frostlass. I think he's going to shield this, and now he'll just be able to counter down. No, okay.
Let it go.
He just lets it go. He's really relying on the Quagsire to take out the whole team. So we'll see how it does.
Well, if you look at the rest of his team, let's say nothing can tank an Earthquake, basically. Like, if there's a Primeape, it's a little bit of a problem, but the rest of Step Z's team is weak to Quag.
Oh.
So all he has to do is get this out of the way.
That was kind of a bummer, though. I think he realized that the opposing Quag was at an Earthquake, so he had to double Stone Edge. I think that he wasn't expecting it to do as little damage as it did, and he knew he couldn't farm it down in time.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but as you can see, it's a Crustle at the back, and this suddenly becomes like a very, very straightforward win for the Quag here. Can it farm it down is a question.
I don't think so. See, I don't think so.
Oh, that not being able to farm down is going to be really, really costly.
Oh man, that's a bummer. I think his not a misplay, but he just wasn't quite sure how much the Stone Edge would do, and unfortunately, it wasn't enough against the opposing Quag, and that kind of screwed him over with his game plan. If he would have gone straight Earthquake, I think he would have completely had that matchup.
Exactly. Yeah, but when you're in the game, when you're in the heat of the moment, you make mistakes.
Yeah, of course. And you're thinking, oh, there's so little health left on the opposing Quag. Surely this Stone Edge will take it out. But yeah, too bad. Well, lesson learned, right?
Exactly. Let's see how this goes. Oh, this is let's say a neutral lead for both of them. So what I've been seeing in Savageboi's play is he's just throwing the big move and then swapping to the Dragonair. I am not sure if he's going to do that this time around, but let's see.
He took the
that's-
first aerial ace.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
It's kind of like his goal.
Oh, but now he's
Yes.
shielding up the Dragonair because he knows that he'll be able to do some heavy lifting here. So we'll see if the
You're
Frost
right.
shields this time. The last time it did not. This time it does shield it up. So, but I think he'll still
Yeah, we'll
get to a second. Yep. Oh, this
Oh, man,
puts
that's going to
Stepsy in a
be-
very precarious position because, yeah, that's unfortunate. Having to double shield. I'm assuming at this point he'll just let the Dragonair go, and now it's a farm time for the Quagsire because Stepsy is out of shields.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if the Primeape comes in, yeah, which it does, because Quag is going to do well against let's say everything in the team with the one shield up, and the Mandibuzz is pretty low too, so I wouldn't really be worried about it. Look, it's in a position Quag, it's alright. He has a shield, he can get to the Earthquake, and all it'll take to take out the Mandibuzz is a Stone Edge. So.
And I doubt he'll fool around this time. He's gonna go straight Earthquake. Oh, wow. Stepsy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Tries to get a sack swap here, but unfortunately, Savageboi realized it and just using this time to farm up a little bit of extra energy. Now we'll still throw the Stone Edge and still has an Earthquake ready.
Exactly. Yeah. He won't have an Earthquake
He doesn't
ready,
even
but
charge
he's
it, but
going
of
to-
course it's gonna take it out at that point. So
Yeah, this Earthquake is going to put the Quag really low. I'm not sure if it takes it out.
even if it doesn't take it out, I mean,
Yeah, it's just a counter away. So
again with the show off move, I don't even think he needed to sack this, but it's a good play.
yeah, GG's, very well played.
Yep. I think he could have even let the Quagsire take out his Quagsire and then just came in and countered down. But I mean, this was definitely the safer bet.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's see. 1-1, how they will play out the last round. This time leading Shadow Dragonair instead of using it as a safe swap, but unfortunately, Stepsy led the Frost or the Dragonair counter of Frostlass.
Well, yeah, as you saw in the last match, Dragonair won the CMP. So it means that Savageboi's Dragonair is a little bit attack weighted, so the Frostlass just lost CMP. This is one of those matches where Dragonair gets to Aquatel exactly at the same time that Frostlass gets to Avalanche, but this is weird. Something must have happened here.
Yeah, I wonder if he got it, like if the Frostlass was just holding off. But yeah.
Or maybe the Frostlass got one extra powder snow.
Yep, that's
in
quite
between.
possible.
Yeah.
So you
Right.
think
This
close
is- this is
combat?
still-
Yep. Nope, he's gonna fake with the Night Slash this time.
Fair enough. This is still a very good matchup for, let's say, Savageboy.
Yeah,
Because Mandibuzz does not want to see the Quack, and his close combat is gonna.
yep. And now he can switch out to the Mandibuzz. And so if Steps wants to take it out, it's gonna have to throw the close combat. And I think that Savageboy will get to enough aerial aces in time to be able to take it out.
Yeah.
Even though he fell for the Night Slash bait.
Exactly, and even if the close combat lands, it does like 40% of Mandibuzz's HP.
Yeah.
And in the zero shields, Mandibuzz picks it up. So if it has a one shield advantage, well, good luck, Primeape.
Exactly. That thing is just too bulky. Too good. So that was round 4. I mean, to be fair, all of these matches have been really close and like they're very competitive and good gameplay on both sides. Savageboi is just doing a really nice job of energy management and also recognizing the weaknesses in the other team. This team looks really similar to his, the only difference being the Quagsire and the Ninetales. And unfortunately for Masigno's team, the Quagsire is much better against the Ninetales than the Ninetales is against the Quag.
Exactly. I think the only shielding scenario where the Ninetales beats Quag is the 2-shield scenario. I think if you have one fire spin advantage, you can pick that up. but yeah, very, very long and drawn out. Savageboi is using a Dragonair in such a way that I've been trying to use my Munchlax basically. But I've been using my Munchlax as a meat shield. He's been using Dragonair as like a powerhouse that bulldozes through other Pokemon.
Yeah, it's really watching the gameplay makes me want to power up the Shadow Dragonair myself. I'm assuming he'll also bring it to this matchup since it has really good matches against the Ninetales as well.
Yeah. Going up against a Primeape, this is an Air Slash Mandibuzz. So that puts the Primeape in a very bad position.
Yeah, he's going to close combat and I assume just get out of there as soon as possible. But if you look, there's a Hypno in the back as well, and that also does not want to see the Mandibuzz.
Exactly. The opponent's Mandibuzz, let's say, has such good play against Savageboi's current line of 3. I'm surprised the opponent stays in, which means that the opponent does not have a Mandibuzz counter. So
right, which can also maybe say that that they probably have a Hypno in the back, or
they probably have a Hypno.
They probably have the same lineup, just in a different order.
Yeah, we can definitely eliminate either let's say Lapras or Ninetales at the back.
Yep.
Because this.
Although Ninetales does also well against the Primeape, so maybe they're considering that it's okay that you don't need to switch it.
Yeah, but he needs to win switch. At this point, he's not going to, unless he wants to commit 2 shields. And yeah. Oh man.
Nice swap.
Baiting out the Hypno.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no, oh no.
It'll go through.
This lag may make it so he can't throw the okay.
No. He clicked on it. It was just waiting. So, yeah, that goes through and.
But that Mandibuzz still has some energy, so I think that, definitely come in and make the Hypno throw a move. And I wonder if he'll shield it just because he's already at the foul play. Yep.
Yeah. Probably throw the foul play, and then there's let's say Primeape, Hypno at the back for him, and Primeape on the other hand. This is never going to end well for the Primeape.
Hypno with a shield. I mean, no need to even throw a move. He's just going to confusion down this Primeape. He's not even going to bother blocking. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if you have bulky enough Hypno, you can still survive 2 Night Slashes from the Primeape.
And I suppose it's smart to block the second one just in case they get the boost. Yeah,
exactly.
All right, so that was a pretty decisive win for Savageboi, although the Air Slash Mandibuzz will probably make him rethink the Pokemon that he's bringing in.
Exactly, and getting a shield at the starting was really, really something that flipped the game. Because if you lead something like a Mandibuzz, you need to definitely try and cover a Mandibuzz safe swap. Ideally, he could have just bought in the Primeape then and there, and then that match would have been over. Because Mandibuzz would have just shredded through the back line. But yeah, unfortunately, you can't see that. So yeah, very well played by Savageboi there.
Yep, I'm interested to see what he'll bring in for game 2, knowing that assuming that, look at this, there's a complete adaptation, not even bothering to bring the rock, paper, scissors thing, and bringing in that Shadow Dragonair.
Yeah. Oh man, eating the close combat here, and very smartly, CMP timing for it.
Yep.
So the Primeape has to shield or it goes down. And here, it's gonna be so rough.
You gotta shield this too.
Primeape.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I bet Savageboi almost wishing he brought to be fair, this was a pretty good swap on his part. Missino was hoping he could snipe with the Lapras, but still catching that Air Slash is good. Unfortunately, Savageboi switched out, so he can potentially use that Mandibuzz later as a sack swap.
Yeah, but to be honest, at this point, he can one-shield the Lapras and like boost it to oblivion. And yeah, being 2 shields down in a Lapras mirror is like the worst case scenario. because whatever comes in is number one going to get surfed, and it's going to the Lapras is going to take a little bit less damage. So
Yeah, you think this is a close combat? No.
I don't
Nice
think
dodge.
so. Yeah.
No, against a defense boosted Lapras. Lapras says, "What did you throw at me? Watch me take you out with this, sir." Man, Savageboi is just so quick on these swaps.
Yeah, and this Hypno is going to burn the brunt of this Dragon Pulse from a Shadow Dragonair. This is going to hurt. It's probably going to take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
Wow.
god.
Hurts. Savageboi had enough of the "you win one, I win one." He says, "Now it's my turn to win both, and we'll see you next round." So we'll move on to round number 6, I believe.
Yes.
We're really trucking through. Oh, we have our German friend with
fellow shoutcaster Nexazilia.
Yeah, with a not a Shadow, with a Gyarados, which is also an interesting, fun core breaker, I think.
Yeah, he did talk about it to me, but I'm not sure what kind of play Gyarados will have against Savageboi. It does look like a decent save swap as long as it avoids the Quag.
Yeah, but he also doesn't know that Savageboi is running Thunder Punch on his hip.
Oh.
That changes a lot. Also, I'm curious if he's running a Spark or Rock Throw on the Probopass, because that changes a lot of matchups in general. Not necessarily against this team so much, but it is a curious thing to know. Frostlass, Galvantula, Zweilous, Primeape, they all have pretty standard movesets, but the other things kind of leave it up to chance the first round.
Will he bring a fake double dragon? I would like to see that. Let's see. Let's go to game 1.
Pseudo double dragon.
All right, Galvantula. It's like a 50-50 matchup here. The
Galvantula
player needs
does
to
pretty well against the Savageboi's team.
Yeah, actually yes. In a way, Dragonair can deal with it, and so can Quag. But Primeape, it's going to be really close because let's say the ape needs to land the close combat here, and if he doesn't, oh man, it's perfectly played. Yeah, it's perfectly played. You can't go straight close combat. You need to always try to bait. So lands the bait, does the close combat. This is probably going to be a lunge. He's going to shield up, and then we'll see what.
Oh, here comes the dragon.
Here comes a fake dragon.
Yeah. But I wouldn't have shielded that either. He wasn't even close to a Dragon Pulse, but I wonder if he just was thinking, that he wouldn't get to it in time, so he wanted to do as much damage as possible. Yeah,
but I think these two Aquapels is going to put it to the red, and now maybe he can snipe the Gyarados with a counter. Does it? Oh man, it does not. So this whatever this Gyarados throws is not going to hurt the Quag as much. But maybe since Mudshot, oh wow, I was expecting the Gyarados to get to another move.
Yeah, I thought it would definitely be at the crunch at that point, but maybe he's running something strange as the second move, and he didn't want to reveal it in that moment.
Oh man,
this Earthquake's gonna hurt.
Yeah, bye Primeape, and yeah, this game is done for, I think. Oh, but yeah.
I mean, I
still
think
a Quag at the back.
Special mud shots of the Quag will be able to definitely take out the Galv. So.
Yeah. Very well played there. Very well played.
So no pseudo double dragon, but we did get to see the Gyarados in action, and to be fair, it did pretty well. I mean, again, talking about frail mons, Gyarados is a great pick for Ultra League and Master. You don't see it very often in Great League just because it's not at its full HP potential.
Exactly.
But yeah, let's see how they decide to do round 2. Still keeping with that Primeape, Zweilous, not the greatest. And also switching in a Galvantula to a Primeape is not the greatest.
Yeah, Savageboi being very smart here. He's trying to predict that his opponent will think he's going to close combat and dip, and then throws the Night Slash. So that's very smart. And it's a lunge, yes, but then Primeape is definitely going to get to this close combat. But going for the Night Slash again.
Yeah, he's faking it out. I wonder if he's thinking Nexazilia would lose count, but looks like he didn't. He's going to try to sack the Hypno, I suppose. So they saw this Zweilous and realizing he can probably take it out and at least get an Ice Punch off on it.
Yeah, But this might prove costly because I think this Vilos can no shield and farm down the Hypno.
Yeah, but I assume at that point he'll bring in the Mandibuzz in the back and just kind of use it as an additional shield because the Dark Pulse is not effective and the Body Slams barely do anything either. It's the Dragon Breaths of this Wireless that are painful. Oh no, he goes in, he's gonna have to shield.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna shield and probably going to. Oh man, Nexusulia swapping into the Gyarados. This actually might be okayishly close, but the point is Mandibuzz is extremely bulky, but Gyarados is extremely flail.
Yeah, but the Nexulia has an extra shield, so it just depends on when he wants to use this.
Well, if I was Nexus, I would definitely let go of my Gyarados and then use the shield on this Wireless.
It looks like that.
Yeah, and his win condition is to Dragon Breath it down. The moment he commits a shield, this game's over. So let's see what happens. That's an Air Slash, probably a swap from swap. Body Slam is going to take it out. He still has a shield, and he's going to Dragon Breath.
Yeah, I think the Mandibuzz is too close. Oh, he does throw a shield anyway. Oh. He had double Body Slams built up, so yeah, that one. Well played by Nexus.
Yeah, very well played.
So what do you think the boys are going to do for round 3 here? You think we're still going to see the Gyarados? I mean, to be fair, the Savageboi hasn't brought in the Hypno, so he doesn't really see probably a strong Gyarados counter.
That was a double dragon, right?
It was double dragon, yeah.
All right, so I think we're going to see double dragon again.
Okay.
Instead of, yeah.
I want to know if the Hypno will come into play with the Thunder Shock, and it's going to be some weird ending move that Nexus isn't expecting. But nope, it's Primeape, Mandibuzz, and looks like that Dragonair safe swap.
Yeah, and Nexus is throwing always on the third move, which is kind of iffy because he lets the Primeape sneak in one counter. Ideally, you want to avoid that, but I totally understand. Oh, calling the bait this time around.
Yeah, but it's up to 2, so he's going to have to decide if he wants to shield one or the other. So.
Exactly. And now I guess it's going to throw, let's say, the lunge, or doesn't really matter.
That was a good call on Savageboi's part. I would do the same. Just let the Primeape go because it doesn't have that great a play. And it can this way, this Dragonair do some damage.
Oh man, it's going to be really, really unfortunate if it's a Gyarados at the back, because if it is a Gyarados at the back, it definitely loses to the Mandibuzz. So let's see what's at the back. Maybe
Oh, that's even worse than the Gyarados. He let this Mandibuzz get a ton of energy.
Yeah, he stayed in a little bit too long, which is unfortunate, and this is gonna take. Yeah, he has a shield, or this is gonna take it out.
Yep, and I assume he's gonna go straight close combat because he knows that Savageboi is gonna get to an aerial ace.
Yeah, at this point he has to land a close combat, but even with a bait, I think he'll get to.
In time. This is rough because, even with that hurtful Dragon Breath. It's still, this Wireless is definitely going to get taken out by this Mandibuzz. The Body Slam is not going to be enough.
Yeah, and Nexus just got a little bit greedy.
Dark Pulse. It was I mean, it does a bit more damage, but it's a lot more energy to get to.
Yeah, I personally think that Nexus tried to get to the close combat. If he had thrown the Night Slash plus Dragon Pulse, I mean Dark Pulse would have KO'd taken out the Night Slash.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate. You try to push every possible advantage you can get.
Yeah. So let's see. This is the final rounds. But we have a pretty spicy team here. Rai's team. Rai 1 2 3 4 5 5 6 6 6. So
I
mean, I think this whole team, pretty much besides the Primeape, is spice. I mean, we did talk about the merits of a Gallade, and I have seen a lot of Mews too. just because with the with the Shadow Claw damage, and then just having a really unknown secondary charge moves is something that's great about the Mew. This is our first Jellicent that we've seen of the Cup, and also what is this, like a Credilli and a Alolan Muk.
Well, I think I'm going to predict a Charm on the Gallade. You can't come this far with a Gallade without Charm.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I mean, hats off to Rai for getting to be in the finals here as well. I mean, his Spice Index must be out of the world.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen. Most of these mons I've never faced in this cup yet.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
So, oh man,
yeah,
it's gonna be super interesting game.
I'm really excited to see. Oh, we're about to see what the move is on the Gallade.
Show me the hearts? No. Oh my god.
Man, this is even more impressive. So Jellicent.
Yeah, it's a bubble.
Let's see here. Yep. Okay. Ice Beam, Shadow Ball. I assume is in the moveset on the Jellicent.
Yeah. So that's nice because it gives you coverage with Mandibuzz and going bubble for the neutral damage. Oh, he lets it go. Oh man, that's going to be rough. He needed to preserve that switch advantage.
Yeah, so I think so too. But I guess he knows that a Gallade is good with shields, and maybe thought that he's using Jellicent the way that most people are using Mandibuzz, where it's just going to be the third shield for his team and let it go down and take shields and energy. This is a great answer. So.
Oh man, that's rough.
I can't get enough of this team.
Yeah, that's right.
We do know that Credilli with a couple bullet seed advantage is pretty good, but unfortunately not against the Primeape here. I think this will be able to take it out.
Yeah, definitely. It's really unfortunate.
Cool. And unfortunate for Rai because Savageboi just got the boost as well. So this game's pretty much over.
Oh man.
Rai also could tell. I mean, he didn't even bother to shield the Night Slash.
All right. Yep. Unfortunately, not a Charmed Gallade.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. We haven't seen one yet.
Yeah.
How do you think How do you think Rai will adapt for the second game?
Honestly, if I were Rai, I would play exactly the same way. That game was for him or her to lose, and yeah, well, they lost. So just go with what works. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
All right, let's see it.
And yeah, that's not a bad lead, technically.
Yeah, those aerial aces will definitely hurt. But I'm assuming that Rai is going to store up for a close combat, and then either way, wow, no shield.
Yeah, it makes sense. No shield because the first one doesn't hurt. The one that comes after the close combat does. So, oh man.
I'm actually not sure why they chose to stay in as well, but I guess, yeah, just choosing to basically let it go.
Yeah, but it's still going to be, let's say, man, this is going to be rough because I think they have a Credilli at the back. So, oh man, once this Dragonair gets through the Primeape, then the Primeape and Mandibuzz against Credilli, Credilli needs to do a lot of work. If it's a Credilli. So,
I assume it will be too, though. But yeah, so Savage. Oh man, but now Rai gets the boost. Unfortunately,
yeah, but that's too
it gets countered down, and then yeah, we're in the same position as we were last time, but this time there's still some help left in the Mandibuzz as well. So I think it's again pretty much over for Rai. The pig's just dancing.
Very unfortunate there.
Yeah, I think he just stopped attacking at the end because he knew that it was over for them.
Yeah,
but really, like I said, so impressed that Spice made it as far as it did. Congratulations for being in the finals there with such a strange but looked like a working team. And really, congratulations to Savageboi for a 7-0 sweep. It's really impressive, especially in the cup that some people say is a little too RPS. He managed energy, and he really knew his counts. He knew his win conditions, and you don't get to a 7-0 just by luck.
Definitely not, and especially like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the caliber of the tournament. 7-0 means you did a lot of work to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, very well played, Savageboi. I think he hit elite status too. So congratulations on that too. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you would like to support us, please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We are going to shoutcast the showdown on Friday. Basically, it's going to be run of status stand and also the finals of the tournament. Join us at 19 CEST. We are also going to be a little bit more regular on streaming on Twitch. So we're going to try to stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So see you there. All the links for these will be in the description below.
Bye, everyone.